You want it to be, you want to see the resolution? What?
Yeah, anyone has those? Yeah, that's one of the meetings. This is. No, that's not.
On Memorial Day. I'm just Right. Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's good. That's better. Good. All right.
We're this regular meeting of the council. Proud to do the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God. Thank you. Good evening. This meeting is being held in compliance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act and advertised in retrospect on both floor downstairs and through all official borough social media channels. I ask that if you're here live in public, that we put our cell phones on silent, and if you need to speak to somebody while we're conducting this, please do so outside of council chambers. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Present.
Mr. McLean.
Here.
Mr. Morales. Here. Mr. Kerna. Brazil.
Here.
Mr. Wood.
Here.
Have form.
Thank you very much. First item on the agenda this evening is the public portion of the meeting. Anyone from the public who wishes to come forward and speak on any topic, please come forward, state your name and address for the record.
Hi, my name is Christine Beckman, I live at 219 Westminster Avenue, and we're here tonight, I'm here with Tina Bell, my neighbor. We're inquiring about the tennis courts in town. We were just inquiring if we could have pickleball lines put on. I know there's been some conversation. We're not asking for the courts to change all the netting, anything, just that there be lines. Because we're very avid players, we have to go to other towns to play. And these both have lived in this town for over 20 years, so we would just greatly appreciate it. I know there is someone, we drove past her tonight, there's a young lady that is teaching lessons there. Again, we're not asking for the net to change, we're not asking for anything else, but if you go to Morristown and Stockton, all the towns have tennis courts, and then they just have the pickleball line drawn on them. So, I don't know if anyone else has come in. I know Denise had mentioned, I did speak to her about it. But we did hear why she is in the Morristown and thought of it.
So we had actually submitted for a grant for recreation plan for monies to put additional lining on the existing courts communities.
Okay.
There were some reasons why we did not. We did receive monies, but we spent them on other things associated with that same grant application. But we'll definitely look into them. I'm fully aware of the sort of pickleball movements.
Okay.
I've never played, but I'm the general counsel for an engineering company, and we just put two. These are private courts.
Okay.
We put two courts in our parking. For people to come and play from the company. So I'm aware of this. And yeah, we'll look into it. We also have the Level Park. There's two courts there, and that we could do some of the lining for pickleball. So
Very good. Thank you.
no problem. Thank you.
My name's Alan, the back, 41 Bowling Street, here for about 30, 40 years. And this is on probably, I felt like I had to express my concern for the new marijuana dispensary that's, I don't think coming down as it applies everything. And I just don't think it's a good fit for our town. So that's why I'm here to express my personal feelings towards that. Essentially, the way it is zoned, there will be no advertising made outside the building. So people will be going there. When it's in the building, people will be wondering why they're going into the building. Speaker. Such a good thing. I agree that you're advertising and keep it a little low, but it just seems like it would be township's not or is permitting this, but doesn't really want the town to know that this marijuana essentially is in town. But it's not being permitted to advertise. And that will cause public confusion. Also, I know that in Philadelphia, they have a Liberty dispensary, and they have many people outside of the dispensary during part of the day. It's going to be like a line. And that facility that you're going to place it at is kind of like a small facility. There's a very limited parking, and the restaurant using their parking, so I don't know where people are going to stand in line or park. I know Pennsylvania is required an acre of land and much larger facility for their marijuana dispensary, and I would like to see another location where it has more parking, more facility and away from downtown. There. Also, most of the towns like Haddonfield, and Heights, Junior High School, have not permitted. Even Canada does not permit a dispensary, marijuana dispensary. So they might know something about that. There might be a reason for that. Also, the fact that there will be smoking permitted within the facility. I think I read that. Okay. Okay. That's good. Because if there's any smoking, that's very travel. But if you travel outside, you might not get well, you're going to
Yeah.
well, already around. Okay, it's all over the street. It's not a pleasant smell. Yeah, it's just my personal opinion. I can't go ahead. It's very good environment. Yes, they do. They do. And essentially, that I think it's not a good fit. There's not enough room. There will be some kind of, because of human nature, will be smoking outside. children come by that area, there's a great flow of children downtown. Wouldn't mind if they put in other places. Hollywood has put it to 130. Possibly over at 130, at the better location. County to consider moving it, we're putting that to the location, committing it. And essentially, that's my opinion. May I be the only one to say it? But, no one else is going to I'm aware of. But thank you for your time.
Any other members of the public who wish to or to speak on any topic? Hearing none, we'll close the public portion of the meeting. We'll move on to the public hearing on ordinance 23-09, salary ordinance. Anyone from the public who wishes to speak on that ordinance, please come forward, state your name and address for the record. Hearing and seeing none, we'll close the public hearing on ordinance 23-09 salary ordinance, and we'll move towards adoption 23-09 salary ordinance. Do I have a motion to adopt? So moved. Second. I have a motion, Mr. Woods. Second is Mr. Perno. Any discussion? Seeing none from council, roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McMinn.
Yes.
Morale. Yes. Mr. Perna.
Yes.
Mr. Scarlett.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. We have the council meeting from March 13th, 2023. And everybody but Ms. Morales can vote on that. I have a motion to move those.
So moved.
Second. Motion was made by originally Mr. Fitzgerald, second by Mr. Barada. Discussion on these. Anything? Hearing none, seeing none, all in favor? Opposed, abstentions? And then we have the caucus meeting from March 27th. At that meeting, Councilman Fitzgerald, Councilman Quinlan, and Councilman Woods are available for the motion to approve those minutes. So second. I have a motion, Mr. Woods, second, Mr. McClune. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed, abstentions? Thank you very much. We'll move into the engineers report. Please, good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The written paper advertised for the year 2022 road project. Woodlawn and Woodbine. I think the paper Wednesday. To be information 6. We're finalizing plans and specs for the HVAC upgrade to the building. So those will be for advertisement. We're expecting the recording and the roof numbers this week. See that that's fine close. If we haven't already, we should be able to receive the similar grant. This means already received it, or we'll be receiving shortly. So if we have that, we'll receive the EIS compliance issues with stormwater. In addition to that, we're working on all kind of various upgrades and things.
Okay. Questions, please, released.
Woodbine and Woodlawn, I believe.
This time here, so there's 3 sections of the line, there's one by the pool, there's Walter Park, and then there's the one.
I would have to.
It's what I'll run.
You double check with us. I thought that was fine. We went on, but we need to submit for. Obviously, more money. That's what happens. So they push the next years.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Correspondence. The only thing that I see that we got was from the municipal joint insurance fund for having 0 loss time injuries for the year 2022. And receiving annual state management program award for 21-22. Thank you to our departments for the continued work on that front. No other correspondence, correct? Move to the council reports. Mr. Wood, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just quick few updates on page 3. There are normal meeting, which is the second week of each month, was pushed to accommodate the board's agenda. It will be held on the 24th, which is next Wednesday. And I'll move into there's an item on the agenda discussing incredible edibles, those products for this coming year. Do we want to wait or should I talk about that now?
Let's wait.
Okay. Okay, I'll give you that questions. Okay.
Ms. Miles, how are you?
Very well, so to see everything. We start with the report, then we turn it over to Borough with the people, it's $5,560 and 10 the cases that are available to the continue to be cases. And we continue to be pretty high up there among the people. We're number 2 for all cases in our division, and they are all at 31. For the diversity committee, we welcomed what we thought will be our new member, James Solad, last week. He discussed our Black Lives Matter, which was held on May 6th, and we will be raising the pride flag on June 3rd. Thank you, Denise, for giving us a little bit of flag etiquette on which flags place them, Black Lives Matter, and other ones moving forward. We will also be hosting the HGT celebration on Monday, June 19th. Also the finalize in ideas. I think that will be one of the things that is going to be on today's agenda. And we will be in for the Memorial Day flag on looking at that rights going to pursue council manager and stuff. Diversity committee would like to the future recognize a small business program for their diversity efforts and recognize the past. So
Yeah, I saw your email about that.
One, Board of Education, very nice on that, actually. Intense like that meeting, so report there. Department of Health, unfortunately, 2 of the members that were on board for Department of Health have chosen to step down, so we're in the process of looking through potential new members that have going along there, so we'll hopefully have some updates to that going forward. Highway Department is covered by police. EP currently our head of EP is out on extended medical leave. We have had a couple meetings with the group to make sure that everything is still running smoothly, his absence, and that all bases are covered from that end. We are still short-handed in terms of not being fully staffed. We're still only 2 guys, so the things are running a little bit slower than I consider. All right. We do apologize for that, but we're working best we can. It will happen or the same on top of it. Also, we're just managing to work through the next there, public events, the Sal actually will go some of those. That's all I have.
Thank you. Question, please. Hearing none, Mr. President, please.
Virtual fire department, this is April, what calls for the 116th Borough, Camden, us. For the year, with about 460 hours of training, 46 hours of fire department prevention activities at grass on to efficient, exception for to most of our going out to the service that was going to take us. I know Kevin was usually planning for the day or so, I had to go actually very quick about his medical. After that, on the working order and
Thank you, Your Honor. Merchantville Police for the month of April were involved in 1,559 incidents. Of that number, 141 would be constitute positive engagement, proactive interaction by the officers with our community. Merchantville Police Department conducted 220 traffic stops, 105 incidents of parking enforcement, 15 arrests, and 3 DWI arrests. A couple of updates that the chief wanted to pass along. First, in regard to the special needs registry that I spoke about in the past few months, all documentation has been received, and this department will be posting more information about this program on the website and social media platforms in the future. Mercantile Police Department continues to conduct or participate in a good amount of training. The entire department completed its first biannual firearms qualification. Sergeant Tapper completed radar instruction. And again, I'm not going to go through all of it, but to date, the current schedule is 1,406 hours of training scheduled for 2023. New Jersey Department of Corrections did conduct an inspection for our holding cell here at Borough Hall. We're currently not in compliance. However, there's some exemptions that were submitted back to the Department of Corrections, and we still have not received feedback on their end. So as we hear back from the Department of Corrections, we'll be sure to pass that along. Chief does want to express appreciation to the mayor, Councilman Borough, for the support and approval for some of the instruction that's required for the police department. And last but not least, the department participated in a national DEA take back initiative, and the department was able to collect about 37 pounds of unused expired prescription medication, which was properly disposed of. And then last but not least, in the series of reviewing intersections that have been expressed with concern and citizens in prior meetings, in the month of April, they did do selective enforcement at the intersection of Leslie Avenue and Walnut Avenue. About 22 hours of enforcement. There were 13 violations observed. 7 violators were issued warnings, 6 were issued citations. Based on these results, they are going to have more regular traffic control assignment at that intersection. Thank you. Is all I have to see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Quinn. Anyone have a question? More traffic monitoring, no other suggestions at this time?
For that, I mean, again, for the other two intersections, the recommendation was there wasn't a need for additional traffic calming measures. No, well, I'll say.
Yeah, I guess, check with our engineer and see what, have them work together with their traffic calming devices that we should be using it.
Well, I have the floor, can I put these on the side of parks and playground?
I'm sure.
I feel about it.
I could deny that. I'll allow.
Great, I mean, registries and anything on the director.
We have 35 people registered, children registered. We have all the campers selected, and we have 3 people that we interviewed for directors, and I believe Mrs. Field has a recommendation, and she's also thinking about a training, a director in training, so she's interviewing several people on that. So we did have an answer to you.
It's your next.
Okay, sounds good.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carter.
Yes, just one 48 South Center Street, with the quote on Maidenhead. Really done.
31st.
Right, and so there was a report, we did have actually our inspector go through the report, for 148 South Center recommending building not considered habitable and for eviction. In addition to that, last council meeting, beforehand, we had a hearing on the property, and The applicant did not, here, the property will visit the properties list, so we now have 2 abandoned properties, listed in town. We have 11 vacant, 2 abandoned, 1 that we have for permits and 2 will for sale. We do expect 2 to come off, but they will just sold, which will take our total down to 11 properties that are vacant and we're now it's fine. That breaks down into 7 that are commercial properties and 6 that are actually that includes the vacant abandoned. I also have here a payment of the bills for this evening, grand total of $3,191,492. For the benefit of the public, the majority of that is not to the borough of Burkeville. We just got all taxed to the other municipalities that are taxed here in Burkeville. So $1.5 million as a for education, and Canyon County will also receive over more than $500,000 of that figure. And the balance of that goes to us. We're very excited. And that concludes the budget. One additional item is for notation. Brook One today issued a notice to all of their members of the community. They had a order violation that their order exceeded something called a PFNA, which was in the order. I just want to inform the residents of Burkeville and talking that once again our water system is safe, and that we actually have a plan that has already been taking advanced precautions against this, and we are already actually pulling these sets off chemicals out of our water and doing some against the state regs. But just to make sure everyone's aware that Fort Lawn has that issue not here in our office.
Question? No. We're going to go out of order here, just briefly, to talk about the new business items, discussion items there for approval for new facility. I know we have a couple people in attendance this evening on those matters, so I'd like to move that council to prepare that. First, we'll start with use of facility. Scott, you're going to get approved, and then the cell phone went off, so we're going to have.
What's that?
I said you're going to get approved, and your cell phone went off, so. All kidding aside, this is sort of play with this event on Park Avenue, and Rebecca, I know you wanted to sort of talk about this real quick. Or
We'll let Scott, you want to explain that and how it works?
One block, 2 times. All of a sudden, you use 1 way. I built a show up from 35 vendors to 70 plus away. After we counted over 1,000 people. Okay, you're saying you can't do it because of fire police. Colin, all the other small towns, but they block the whole main street. Both sides, you shut it down. You know that can't shut down 1 block. Okay, you want me to do half your stuff. I'm not going to. I'm not moving to the other street. I'm not moving around. Okay, I gave you 2 options. 1, let me do the show as it is. You never had a problem. Or 2, if I do not want, I'll take half of 1 empty, which is take it up to Edge Garden parking lot, the fire hydrant. That's what everybody would. Oh, God forbid there's a fire. Okay, the only building really there is my building. But, and the other one is nothing past that. Okay, that was vacant and down, the 2 sides past the fire hydrant and the park. It's still gonna cut 12 vendors out. Okay, this is not something that make a problem. All right, by the time I do all the outside, all the runs already. Okay, I already spent $200 just on flyers, I'm waiting to see whether my approval was at show this. No, that's good. Okay, I paid everybody who works for me that day, all my friends. Take them out to dinner. I even fly one of my sons in now because he moved to Colorado. Okay, because he has been doing it with me since day 1. He knows how to sell. I don't see why I would change it. Yeah, 7.
It's up to the township. To be honest, if you're gonna say I can have one side of the street, I'm gonna say it again. Talked it over with my sons, I talked it over with some of my friends that work with me. And they believe I'm not setting back the 7 years. That's what you put, show started at 32 then. I put 33 to 35 on the one, so. I'm not going back to 7. Show has become one of the best shows in South here in the area. Like I said, we had 1,000 people.
Okay, right.
So this is the recommendation coming from the Academy Fire Chief, this is what we ask of everyone doing an event record, should be set down, because they're only on one side. Even the concert festival that we had last fall, that's will go to the entire downtown, they were also told they would only be on one side of the street. That is what Chief asked for, and that's what we do for safety. For my town, there's an issue at one point with the event that is not set up that way, and fire units could not get down the street where they needed to get to, and since then, we've taken a more proactive role in it, and limiting it to one side of the street, because we know that we can always have access. So that is what we're following our guidance from the police side. I know last year there were some issues with vendors coming in and setting up, we had clouds, so we got
You
to
don't need to have. Well, you have it set up the same way every single time, and he would harass.
I can only know what the report that was.
That's why, because I came up with it, he was slow. We know what we're doing. And
I'm also a member of the fire. You were not approved for both sides last year. But you continue to set that.
You'll be setting
this. No, it was absolutely set.
no.
Okay, well.
They're doing each time, producing everything.
So you had it.
Okay. I mean, look. Fine, maybe, so when you set up the way they're gonna do the bench down. I mean, it's I still want to go, so it's supposed to be.
I think one of the things we were, that, from a fire standpoint, emergency, and I don't know if people fully appreciate this, but there was an emergency about a year or so, straight before last year's event. Not with me, another event where an ambulance had to be on the street. And they weren't able to, because there wasn't enough space to be able to get them down the street, there wasn't enough clearance. What they asked for is that the space between the tents be a minimum of 10 feet. So that if there is an emergency, it can be cleared and you can have access to the fire truck or an ambulance. The problem with Park Avenue is that you have a very narrow street, that when you set up your tents, but if you were to mandate that the tents be smaller or you push back further, in different directions, I'm sure we could figure out a way to accommodate. It doesn't seem like they're willing to modify. Sorry, I gave you a chance to speak back. So if you're willing to modify in the interest and safety of the public, I'm sure we'd be willing to work with you. But with 1,000 people, if you're trying to grow this to a large number of people, 1,000 people coming into town, God forbid something were to happen, and we can't get emergency responders there, it won't be you who gets in trouble. It will be us. It will be the fire chief. It will be the police department. It will be the fire members who are responding. That's who will be blamed, and that's who will be held accountable, not you. And so, as much as I want to work with you on this, I'm looking for a solution that can help you get your event done, but also make it safe for our community.
I've been out by the manager there, and even if I try to put one side on the sidewalk, you're gonna have the vendors who have storefronts on that side. They're not. You're blocking, okay, and there is just no way. And I understand I had a small. But I talk to my vendors, and we don't want to be on the next block. They don't want to be around the corner. The idea is to have the show related. So at this point, we'll have to go the show.
And so we're saying, and I understand the big little one, I don't know, would it be too far to think about the empty lot with the Bank of America using in that space?
First, we don't have authority to use that. So that's probably.
Is there a way, and I know that sounds like cheap, is there a way you can have the sense little. Energize shoulders, sidewalk. The reality is, there's no way that we can turn about 70 people. So you're not, it's not only just that block that's in that whole west of the town. Now you're delaying responses, they need to make it down, they can't take the left out, they can't take the right out. It's limited, so if they had a middle open.
So I'm not a planner, I can't picture it. I know the way I had it set up, I know we sat down and looked at it and tried to figure it out. And it, I can't put them on the sidewalk and in the street. I can't, down between a sort. There's no parking lot that, and nobody, none of them is going to go away from the main area. That's.
So, you submitted two different drawings here. One is.
Right, the one was what he said, and understand, even if we take both sides, that way out.
Well, so the option number 2 here, you're saying you won't do.
Well, it's still taking both sides of the street here, definitely.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's approved. I'm asking you, you submitted two.
That I would do, I would be happy with it, but I would do it at least to keep it going this year and then maybe come up with difference for next. But I don't know if we need to get it approved because it's still gonna block the entire street from Ann Charlotte to get Ann Charlotte down to the stop line where the carpet.
It doesn't appear, just so you know, it doesn't appear clear to me in how this is written about.
Well, we can talk to the park, but.
So the way that you're proposing options, because it was clear, I just want to make sure that everybody understands what we're considering.
From the streetlight center to just past Ann Charlotte's would be one side of the street, my side of the street.
You're correct.
Or just past Ann Charlotte to the fire hydrant is, it would be both sides. That's what I figured would be the problem, because they had a fire down it.
So
From
from
like you said, it's right, they have to get it straight road. But we're not able to.
Okay. So I think the options at this point, Scott, would be, it doesn't look like the options we provided would work. Right. Based upon the advice we're receiving from our fire chief. But there are other options you're saying are not viable.
Right now, no, you're not going to do
Because we couldn't snake it around the corner and
Nobody wants to
have it. We're talking, everyone wanted here, we're not talking about 3 miles.
Everything you want to, you have to realize, when you're in that segmented area, that's what you want to do. The best is the best. And that's what we need to restore this in that, wherever it's not. Once you take it around the corner, Center Street, toward whether it's stop, with the Blue Monkey, it's still a block that already. Going straight to Toronto, forget it, I walk that area. It's just seeing. And we both don't make a lot off, but it's seeing off.
Well, let's turn up some street. Yes, hold on.
This one.
The one Borough, yeah, the Borough property in the parkway that the line. But then also do one of Mark as well, they basically had a whole triangle. We were sure to shut down the Center Street with that. You see, you guys don't put down. Maybe park, usually the whole road. You mentioned that whole road.
That's not businesses on our front here. There's no businesses there. You have businesses across the street, but that would be the overrun.
And then you can have all your vendors literally, and then you got people coming across Borough Hall property and feel like almost like that. Yeah. Yeah. And then you have the whole open area. You have the whole hardware.
It'll be all yours.
Yeah.
Let's get it out.
Are you
We're
going
going to discuss it out and drop it off here.
to stay there? And so here's what I'm gonna ask council to vote on that option, contingent upon A, you still doing it, if that option works for you.
Okay.
B, that we get the right approvals, from legal, that we use our property and we're comfortable with it, which I don't think that's a big deal. And C, that we get the sign off from fire that we're seeking here. I don't see fire holding this up, we're police, police might be the only thing I can think.
Somebody needs a back driveway.
As long as
Here,
we keep that
they're
open.
fine.
Yeah.
Please have access to get in and out of the driveway. You'll be
Right.
fine. Yeah.
It's real there is, yeah.
Already have.
So I think that's it. So one, if you can sketch that out, let us know that that works for you. I'll ask council now to vote on that contingent and whatever it is.
So I have a separate issue I'm gonna bring up, and Scott, I've gone to your fair every year with kids. It's great for spending more and more money every year. Yeah. But I was concerned last year when I got to the end of the fair. You had a vendor that was selling a Confederate flag. I don't think it was Dukes Mavericks.
So this gets out on that.
Fantastic. So again, I don't think we can do anything legally, but if there's spaces, especially on borough property, I don't want to see that simple thing in this borough. So you got, you have my word, you have your word, then I'm okay.
I don't do this.
Okay. I'm not gonna break them up. Okay. Fill out the record, but again, I think it's important that everything's in good taste. And you, I think, okay.
All right, so council, we understand what we're voting on here. Vision points in the middle of a map that works for you.
Yeah.
Comes across Center Street right here. We close that. You have to add that to your county road event permit. Submit it. You don't have to wait until June, until the meeting end.
Yeah, it's good that. Good show that.
So, we have a motion, council to approve that motion for consent. Motions, move second, Mr. Morales, all in favor? Opposed?
Thank you. I already.
I'll do this, Rebecca, thank you.
And when you can redoing. All right, thank you.
Okay, next is, Jaja Beauty, which is looking to have an early fall Halloween type event on August 26th, 27th. This is, at Ryan's Retail. Okay. Please let us know your name, let us know what you're exposed.
So my name's Jackie, basically holding a craft fair. I worked in Crown Plaza, which is now the Hilton for 10 years. I was their event coordinator. And I basically assisted with Monster Media. So I kind of want to bring that to Merchantville. I want to bring that concept of bringing Halloween early. I'm a big Halloween buff, so of course I was aware that Merchantville has a time where you guys can change the name. I kind of wanted to see if maybe I could partake in that, but basically show you what I have to offer early on.
Okay. Rebecca, how's this play with the 15 other events that we have?
August.
Right.
Yes, so further together, my only two concerns with this, Jackie has submitted a great plan for it, comparing to one side of the road. And everything, so that is the name of the event. We currently have already contracted a monster craft and fine arts festival that happens in the fall, and I do not want you guys to get confused. Because that is something that's already in the works, we work with coordinators for, and have started planning, so changing the name would be a good thing. And also, closure of the street for 2 whole days, trying to fight that as well.
So the closure would only actually be for the time that the fair itself would be working. Now, I was aware that other craft fairs, if we work with them, they keep the tents on there, but if that's not available, then vendors are personally capable of packing up and doing it the second day. So it would only be from the hours of the actual event. And each vendor, depending on if they're indoor or runs facility or not, will have different breakdown times. As far as the name, I can try to work that out because that's actually contracted in with another part of it. But I mean, that's gonna be the make or break, I'm pretty sure we can work around.
Yeah, I definitely feel very strongly about it, because this is a returning fair, and it's made a mark on to how many people are looking for that, and vendors are already, they've already contacted the members. Communication of what is what.
Council questions on this? I will echo what Rebecca said. I mean, I just, again, maybe it's a great, and I don't know, I like the application, I don't know, but I also think we should be very careful with the one skill brand. If we have something very good right now, again, don't take it the wrong way, I don't want to see it get, diluted in any way. So I do have some concerns in that, but it's the best thing going for this town at the moment. A little bit of the concerns with the New Jersey Transit bus on Center Street there for 2 days, it does require some more regulation and whatnot. However, on the flip side, I think that it's going to the situation last year, the same weekend, it is, I get a quiet weekend, maybe roll the dice a little bit, but definitely want to stay away from the months. I think that's really important for this town, protecting there. That's just my concern.
So the name,
That's my greatest concern, yeah, but then again, it's the New Jersey Transit and all that. We've done it before, 2 days.
I don't agree with that all. We're starting a little early, then like September rolled around, and you already had your own throughout February. All the shop that we have like, this is the lot.
That's our line of decorations.
I think it's a great idea. I agree. We unfortunately said we already did that. So I think that's, the 2-day thing. We love that.
For the monster.
Yeah, you just consider
Well, from that block all the way up to Maple.
yeah. No. It allows.
We're not gonna have practice, but we're not even cars over.
But it's the main block. I don't think that's like, so I'm not, that doesn't follow. We'll just do the names. I like Monster. So. Yeah. I'm aware of that show. So. It's a really good show.
yeah. Maybe a couple years came out.
Yeah. And a lot of people come to that show. Yeah. People talk about it. I think it's the show.
Again,
It's the show, usually not.
so, it's a vendor's event, but it's also, a celebrity coming off, so you can usually have them, certain celebrities, we've had The Walking Dead, we had, pretty big, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's mainly screen, paint hotter, we wanna have like 10 years, person. But it's more or less for signing, goes to the Halloween and people they come, they dress up for it, they give to the Yorkie charity when I was speaking as well. So there's a lot of things that goes on with
many people you can find that.
Oh, I'm not nowhere near that, but anywhere it's thousands people within the weekend for Friday to Sunday. But only 408 rooms talking about it, turn the hotels off, that's it. But everyone else, they got a ticket. The difference is I'm not gonna be asking for a fee for this, I want this to be an open for the public. I live in Washington Township, we don't have anything like that, but this is the area where I kind of grew up in, and that's what I'm gonna bring to the report out there.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Other questions?
And you go ahead.
So,
The first, and that's with the contingency on the name and everything else is discussed, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions, thank you. Thank you. Finally, we have, use of facility virtual diversity committee for the, Juneteenth, event at Borough Park. On the 19th at 12 p.m. And the Brown brought this up earlier. If you come on, motion approved. Yes. First, Susan, with all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Friday.
Yeah, same on.
I'd say nothing more than that.
It's a mistake.
All right, let's get back where we were on the agenda. First report.
The only thing that I have, Your Honor, is that Fox and Playgrounds is out to a good start. And Memorial Day takes place on May 29th, 10 a.m. at Borough Park. And I have those people that have said they are available. If you haven't told them already, please let me know. And that's all I have.
CFO's report, was mostly related to budget stuff.
Yeah. So, what you have on the agenda, this evening, is bond ordinance, authorizing $500,000, capitalized. So, and part of this is that, this is going to help us in our current finance, finance. Here, we don't have to go to finance, on the entire fund.
These are our efforts. Like, there are efforts in this year.
They're authorized, said that they were part of the budget.
Yeah.
So all of this money was contemplated with debt service,
That are running our operating expenses.
but we told them to do a separate bond for the actual bond. So, and to acknowledge that there were some items that we did remove, from the initial request on capitalization, just because the budget is still published. So these would be. This is wrong here.
Okay, and we'll be discussing this item later in the agenda. Community development report.
Yes, so with the past month, we have welcomed 2 new businesses downtown, build ice cream and cookies and Amazing Restaurant. They have both brought a surge traffic to the downtown for sure. It's been great going around, especially in the evenings on the weekend, and seeing the downtown like alive and people on the streets and in the building. It's fantastic. So we're looking forward to keeping this going. We have a couple more that should be opening in the next month or so. We have High Ginger, who I spoke with earlier this week, they'll do some foundation to the outside of the building, and they are coming in on closing. That should be finalized on weeks. And I just got word that Taylor Wings down at Circle will be opening in June. So we're very excited about both of those, and it's bringing more life back to downtown. Very excited to announce the microgrant for our businesses will be launching in early June. We've gone over the application, we've been necessary changes, and next step is I'll be working with the business association to make them all very aware and comfortable with the application process and they have. And then we'll move forward from that. Very excited that we have finally one of the next week for our electric garden, which we see grant from, MVP for last year, this was finally making the person, the grant honor to be out on next week, and we're working with Hudson Town Motors on tracking data and really exciting for the borough. We also, received word that we are receiving a grant for $77,000. We're going to be putting towards some playground equipment at those Belleville Park. And community center, this would be equipment that not only new, but it's also inclusive, so that more members of our community are able to. We're still things coming up, they will be celebrated. Remind of the mark center on June 2nd, so we'll have content for them. And then, of course, we have Monday, which is June 3rd, which we're doing some back and forth and everything, so those will be great. This Saturday, we're raising this for many, which will be held on Saturday, and yeah.
We get to.
Yes. The biggest problem with the dumpster, that we have. Businesses and residents dumping their own trash in there and things that should not be going in there. It's causing it to fill up faster than it should be. We have sent out notices, we talked to businesses personally, we sent out email, there's just a lack of. I don't know.
Well, we did meetings for earlier today about it. And putting some options together, including an additional day of collection. However, that's not gonna happen unless people buy business. They're using.
I think that's an ending there, ending the problem.
You know, the alternative, of course, is that if you just remove it and go back to the way you used to be, which wasn't great, but well, you know, we have the ability in that instance. Use code enforcement to ensure that they're taking it out to the curb in the appropriate bins.
Well, I don't think they're gonna slow down on this, they really need to have their own separate. Items, like not going out when they're on. It's that much error on that. I mean, there's a lot of business now towns that don't allow it to track out on the road line. You know, on the busy, and I'm actually okay with it, maybe that being like, well, figure out a store. Trying to get a deed, that part of it, like the dumpster or the down.
And as the down gets, fill back up with restaurants with.
It's gonna be big. So, you know,
I think both of those. In Neva, I think it's that last one.
Well, and part of also that, which says the traffic for this Tuesday, Thursday, I saw that. Yeah, those really should have a bar next.
well,
The second debate, like, they won't pick it up. Yeah, and the other problem is that it could have been built.
Well, no, because they. And there's the back.
Take that road 500-600 back and forth through work into those were new bags that will be left behind after.
I guess that was. Issues on are possible.
And I had asked earlier that we will use it, maybe with the on legislation that was handed and our soon to be Assemblyman in Moen was the prime sponsor. And I'm fine with doing that. I think that there's a lot of things that we need to do, but it has to be in partnership with this community.
I agree.
So it's a communication issue, and it's an education issue as well for them. Because at some point we're going to have to take some action. And it's either to put Leo's completely on them, or we're going to have to make sure that they're playing ball. So we're talking about it. We understand.
What is the ability for the borough to actually give you special needs? And obviously, if this is proven, then we can do
Business
registration.
Make it
Not
all
you can do business registration for everyone, not just those that.
yeah, but you can also do it with registration keeper.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
So we limited to just
And part of this registration goes towards, gives you the right to go, utilize the group traffic.
Or even if it was more pick up subtraction, because I didn't have no problem unless I met them.
They're always good production.
Yeah. Great to tell us, we're used to it, how wide is this registration?
We get costs associated with your retainers, we figure out what the additional costs would be, for like,
We know the cost of the lower, so like, if we go back and sell around, it's not.
no, I do this.
Well, no, we actually moved out to the public today, and the conversation already begun, the initial contact versus the further quotes had come from the sales rep who was available. But we are absolutely 100% on top of this.
You're doing something.
Oh, it always. Well, I mean, we have to just walk up here tonight. Yeah, it's overflowing, and there's like 20 traffic minutes. We are being charged overages for everything.
Pick up some more. All right. Old business. Section 3, Parks and Borough merchandise. I know you said something around, Mr. Raza.
Yeah, so this is like, because on this county, push ordinance, you don't have anything related on ordinance wise. So this is pulled together, kind of chunking up and said, what exactly is the special events, flashes, facilities, and examples that go from the very limited to very detailed level of what this would be. Obviously, we're talking about for a borough, everything from the first you draw is one thing to a relevant part of the events doesn't compare to what the district is tonight. So I kind of broke that up with feedback on how far we want to go within the events we want to create, if we want to go in this direction. Obviously, exemptions, the pretty self-explanatory, they kind of broke that out. This is basically kind of what I think the larger sections. What I found interesting was very little abuse. And obviously that concern with other closure that's, trash take off and that sort of. But we do have a buys a piece ordinance, so a lot of that stuff's already in there. The most was five actually refer to that. Actually, I thought Willingboro, I think Robbinsville actually had really two really good applications that would list for approvals, which I thought, who actually heard the fire code and police. I think some of the questions we had to kind of set up for who we want to actually buy with this, like who's going to buy. Some state police departments with the final say, some state borough code administrator, special events, parks and active. We don't know way to do that. To make it simple. I think right here we have enough to kind of work with. I will say, looking at for-profit, not-for-profit resident, no ordinance I found actually specifies any special provisions or anything like that. And I imagine probably getting into a little bit of disparate treatment of individuals if we were to say non-profit versus for-profit aspect. But I welcome any thoughts, any comments, any concerns, but.
So what I would suggest, I know that most of you probably just got this recently, so why don't we take some time in the next couple weeks. We next meeting is June 12th, is that correct? And we can sort of formalize things, maybe have even the draft of what set up. And so if you can continue working on that, I know the other members of council provide input, that'd be great.
Yeah, whatever thoughts you have, any examples, any license variation.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for putting that together. I appreciate that. New business, Ray, we'll jump back to the incredible level project proposal.
Yeah, so Incredible Edible asked me to report to council on some of the projects for 2023. The first, I think, will be in hire of Erna, the ceiling on Clover. One of the proposed projects is a clover seeding project. They're proposing to plant clover was white clover between. We had this, right, that's,
All right.
so what they're proposing is planting white clover between the two pollinator gardens, one foot path. They said it's approximately a mile. The thought is this would help reduce our carbon footprint and would require less maintenance. The thought is to see how that area goes in the year or two, and then potentially expand it further, but use that as a learning process.
Where do you want it for this?
Between the two pollinator gardens.
It's not near your house.
It's not, where do you want to do this bad deck?
Without like scanning your backyard.
So it's the current level of the going to step on that's not.
Yeah, still out there for this time.
Yeah. John, like you should make him walk over.
Look at that. You're gonna have.
Yeah.
You're gonna have.
I was gonna say, well, consideration of that, all the first things.
Yeah.
And giving that, because that area actually has a lot on the church. So drainage on the church area, so
Yeah.
low your good line like that.
Yeah. I'll bring it up.
And then one time it's.
Right now, time, just like, whatever native grasses that.
Yeah. I know it is a native clover.
Now there's a spot, a little circle all the way through.
Okay.
On that. I would take it back.
And these.
We kind of hope. Look, I get it, I'm all about movies. It doesn't sound like we're gonna do it.
Okay, so what are the other items that are on this list here?
This is the maple tree tapping pub. So this is contingent on an approval.
Excellent.
Right next to these. So it's a USDA grant that we're going available for Stockton. And we also need to qualify. They've been working with Shade Tree to see if we have a certain number of vehicles we can count. But they would essentially tap it and get syrup or sap from the tree. And then the project that's been run through Stockton would see long term if it be like a viable economic driver for communities to create their own.
Did we give them the ability to sell that?
I think so. I didn't see any.
I think we should pursue this then as a refuge.
You want to bring it a beehive. You know, I think we're actually, so.
We're gonna be in care community.
It's a very small. That's not it.
I kind of, a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Well, what are the towns? That said,
And what? Something, and she was telling me about it about 2 years ago, that they're tapping maple.
It said it wasn't that good for everything.
Well, let's say he's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not just waiting to buy.
They all.
I think we're finding that it's kind of that's food, so you.
This happened the first few years, you can't consume it. When I don't really see sugar, at that point, it takes a while for it to create a syrup that's.
Jim, were you at for those part of it?
Okay, Healing Garden, Global Park, another item there.
That was another one that's been ongoing for a while, but they're continuing to talk about the healing garden at Wellwood.
Well, he's at it, It's better place I can calm myself down.
The healing yard, we've seen plans for it, yeah, it's gonna be involved inside.
Where we already celebrate, Memorial Day.
So there's an PTSD, residency, and it's
The last two, I think, are less, tremendous. One is on the program question, asking for is, a sustainability project inventory and a map of all the various products that they produced, for the various, sustainability groups in town. And then finally, they're proposing doing an event, a sustainability social, where they'll invite members of the public and the various sustainability groups throughout town. And we'll invite subject experts on various elements of sustainability.
Okay. So that's great. So of these 5 items here, is this just sort of an informative thing? What?
I mean, they wanted feedback from council, with no concerns, so obviously I'll take the issues with the Borough seating. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, if there's any other concerns, entities, obviously I'll try to be able to bring it to one. But yeah, I just wanted, any general feedback, and it was also part of the sustainable Jersey application that.
Well, yeah, the record. I know from public works perspective, they were, they can more defined area where they know to mow, not to mow, helpful. You create consistency along that path for a mile long stretch where they knew from that point to the street, they don't have to mow. That would be easier for them, and it would make a lot more sense. But some of the issues that were brought up. So there's something there's another area. Okay, there's some more. Great.
Over at my house in January, you'll see, when you put it over.
Yeah.
Okay. Great, so we don't have to take any action, you just.
No,
All right. All right, let's get into some business here. Announce anything we've done to this point. Resolution 2367, read budget by title only, by the motion. I'll give that to Mr. Arno, give the second to Mr. Sparrow, roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean.
Yes.
Mr. Morales. Yes. Mr. Cronin.
Yes.
Mr. Radley.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yes. Okay. Next, the public hearing on the budget. Anyone wishing to come forward to speak on the budget, please come forward now, speak your name and address for the record. Okay, hearing and seeing them, we'll close the public hearing on the budget, and we'll move to adoption of the budget resolution 2368, adopting the budget. Do I have a motion? So moved. Mr. Woods first, or second? Second, I'll give that to Ms. Morales. Discussion on the budget. Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzgerald. Mr. McLean.
Yes.
Ms. Morales. Yes. Mr. Cronin.
Yes.
Mr. Bradley.
Yes.
Mr. Wood.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. We have 3 items here on the consent agenda. Does anyone object to any of those items being on the consent agenda, but considered separately? Hearing none, we'll move to this consent agenda. We have resolution 2369, approved 3-year cooperative agreement proceeding the Borough County designation fiscal years 24 to 26. Resolution 23-70, federal items of revenue, and resolution 23-71, instant contract balances. Why the motion to move there? So I'll give that to Mr. Fitzgerald, second, Mr. Cronin. Roll call on those.
Mr. Fitzgerald. McLean.
Yes.
Ms. Morales. Yes. Mr. Cronin.
Yes.
Mr. Bradley. Mr. Wood.
Yes. Thank you. Okay. We have two ordinances this evening that are going to be introduced for first reading. That ordinance 23-10, amendment chapter 33A, flood damage code for Merchantville. And ordinance 23-11, bond ordinance authorizing access to various pieces of capital equipment and completion of various capital improvements in for the Borough of Merchantville in the aggregate principal amount of up to $501,125. We'll introduce them one at a time. So first ordinance 23-10. Motion to introduce that. So second. First by Mr. Woods, second Mr. Fitzgerald, roll call, please.
Gerald.
Aye.
Mr. Lynn.
Yes.
Morales. Yes. Mr. Colonel.
Yes.
Brazza.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes, thank you very much. And next is ordinance 23-11, bond ordinance for capital ordinance for this year. So, second, Mr. Turner first, Mr. Wood second. Roll call.
Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McGlynn.
Yes.
Morales. Yes. Mr. Colonel. Mr. Brazza.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes. Of note, those will be considered second reading and adoption at the June 12th council meeting. Council, we also have a number of ordinances that we introduced at the last meeting that are being held related to the redevelopment that are still being reviewed by council and the developers. So we haven't gotten there yet because we expected we would have those for adoption also at the June 12th council meeting. Financial reports, Mr. Kerman.
That is, I like the new resolution that we received. That could be a little more about that.
Mr. Kerman moves, second, Mr. Sharon. Roll call.
Mr. Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Mr. McGlynn.
Yes.
Morales. Yes. Mr. Colonel.
Yes.
Mr. Brazza.
Yes.
Mr. Woods.
Yes. Thank you. Very good. Next on the agenda is the announcements. Any announcements? Other than Pride Day, which is on the 3rd, we had already announced. Memorial Day ceremony, Global Park, on the 29th. For Friday, June 2nd. A lot going on. It's very, very busy. And thank you for the party. Success. Ladies to my left, there's a lot of that. Gave everything you guys did. Oh, right. That will be after our next meeting, so we can give notice about that, but there will be a plaque dedication for for tribute. So that's all I have, I think, on the agenda this evening. Anybody, any of the private session or any other matters that we should consider this evening? Hearing seen none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. So, second. Motion to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstention. Very nice. 8:45.
Yes. Honeybees are the basis.